Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, because of the coronavirus and the lock-in that everybody's currently doing, I am going to do something that I've been planning on doing for a while, but then when I got a special request from one of my subscribers to show you guys my process of doing editing. And so I have this picture that I'm going to show you guys. I took this picture a while ago, but I really like the picture, and just over the time that I've been working on brushing up on my editing skills, I've been loving the idea of going back and revisiting some of my pictures and seeing how my edits come out. So this is how I do my editing. Of course, I want you to know that there are so many ways that you can edit photos, and by far and for sure, my way is not the only way to do it, but I'm going to show you my process. So let's jump right into it. So here I have this picture of this beautiful lady, and this is how I do it. So I start out in Lightroom, and I do my basic color correction and just brightening up the picture and just making some basic adjustments, and then I move to Photoshop. But let's start with Lightroom. And so here we have the model. This is what the original picture looks like. You see some blues in there from the shadows and stuff like that. So what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to first go down to my picture profile in Lightroom, and I'm going to, the lens correction. I'm going to go to my lens correction in Lightroom, and I'm going to check those two boxes. I'm going to remove chromatic aberration, and I'm going to enable the profile correction. You see here, it kind of brightened up the picture initially. Then I'll go all the way back up. I don't mess with my white balance too much. I don't think it really matters whenever you're going to be doing some color grading and all of that good stuff, so it's going to be touched anyway. So first thing I'll do is, I didn't feel like I needed to up my exposure, so I'll start with the shadows, and about here, about 31 is where I'll go. Then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to bring the blacks up, and this is the overall blacks in the photo, and you can see it's kind of brightened it up already, so which is the reason why I didn't feel like I needed to mess with my exposure. Next, I'm going to go down here to regions, and you have this this graph where you can, the local lighting, I'll bring that to 9, and then I will bring up the darks a little bit more, about 16. Yeah, that'll about do it. And what I want to do is get rid of this green. I didn't want the green to stand out too much, because I'm going for kind of like a overall. I basically look at the colors that are given to me in the photo, and based off of what my model is wearing, I'll try to bring that color grade into the photo, if that makes sense. And so I'm going to change the greens up here. I went to bring some yellows into the green in the background, and I'm going to bring the saturation on this green down, so that way more attention is going to be placed on the model. So I don't know what I'm doing here. Say about -52 will be good for the green. And then I don't know if you see the blue in the shadows on her shirt, but I don't want there to be any blues in the shadows. And so I'm going to take out everything that will make these blues kind of stand out here. So I'm going to lower the saturation on the blue. So I'll lower the aqua, and then I'm going to lower this blue all the way down to -100. And so you can see here, just kind of, you still have the shadows here, of course, but it takes the blues out. Less for me to have to deal with. So you see those greens. The greens have really been muted in the grass, and also in the evergreen tree there in the back. Now I'll bring a little bit in, but for the most part, those greens have been desaturated. And now I'm going to go down to split toning. And I don't really think I need to mess with the highlights as much, but the shadows is what you're going to really see the difference in here. And so, just like I said a little bit earlier about using the colors that I'm given, a lot of times it's based off what the model is wearing. And she has on some like a yellowish type short set or orange type short set. So I want to bring those colors into play here with that short set into the shadows. And look at the background. You see how you can see it pretty much brought yellows or orange into the background. So I'm not gonna leave it like this. Let's bring that down a little bit more. I'm not gonna leave it like this, of course. So say around 32. Yeah, that should be good. And then look at how you can change the balance. I'm going to change that balance to 100. If you guys don't understand what this does, just kind of mess around with split toning. That's one of the ways of color grading in Lightroom, is by split toning. And so you can see the overall picture from how it started. So with that, you can see the overall picture from how it started to what it looks like now. There's a big change already starting to take place here. But the next thing that I do is I'm going to do some skin tone correction or skin correction in Photoshop. And so I will go through Lightroom to Photoshop to do that. And I want to show this to you guys on the next video coming up. Thanks for watching.